Not sideways there.
I've been dead in water for some time, picking up the parts of my life.
Hey there everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. So originally I had a script all planned out for this, but I'm winging it today. Before I get started with today's video, I do want to say that I am going to be trying out some new style of content creation for you guys here on YouTube. Previously, like all my videos have always been like this, landscape. You know, I tried to keep them anywhere in between 5 to 15 minutes, kind of the sweet spot there. But with today's media, you know, you gotta get with the times, as they say. But I want to try out making YouTube shorts for you guys. Now, this style of content is going to be very different. I want to make sure that it is engaging for you guys, so I will be experimenting with a few videos in the future. So you might not only see this style of content creation, but also YouTube shorts as well. So getting that out of the way, let's get started with today's video, 30,000 miles with my C8 Corvette. Originally, I didn't know how I wanted to make this video, but you know, I guess I should talk about just the overall experience of owning a C8 Corvette. I've had the car for almost 2.5 years now. I got it back in October of 2023, and in all honesty, it's been the best car I've ever owned. So with that said, I guess I'll just go over a breakdown of everything that I've experienced with the car. You know, I'll try to condense everything so it's not too big. I don't want this video to be like 30 minutes long and things like that. So with that said, with the beginning of owning this car, when I first got this car, the funny story is that I had to travel to 5 different dealerships just to order this car. Now, I ordered it specifically from Camino Real Chevrolet. Special shout out to them because they were the only dealership here in the LA area that actually was willing to give me a shot. Every other dealership just saw some young kid, you know, and didn't even give me the opportunity. They were just like, look, this is what we have on the lot. You know, we're marking them up $15,000, $20,000. Again, this was at a time when C8s were rare. So I get to Camino, and you know, this is of November of 2022, and they're like, hey, yeah, you want to order one? By all means, step into my office. We'll set it up. Their sales team is amazing, and their service department, top notch. Definitely recommend taking your C8 there. I've been taking my C8 there since I got it, and they always take care of me. But I get there in November of 2022, and they tell me straight up, look, we can order you one, but it's going to take about a year. The list is pretty long. And I'm like, okay, I'll do that. I have no problem with that, simply because it's crazy to think that a couple years ago, people were paying a premium for, you know, a regular Stingray, and now there's dealerships trying to give them away $10,000, $15,000. It's crazy. But you know, I get on the list and I look at it as like, okay, I got another year after placing my order, securing the car, a car that I built exactly how I wanted. It's got my damn name on it, which is pretty awesome. And you know, that just gives me more time to save money. The car arrives in October of 2023. It's a 2024. I couldn't get a 23, so I didn't have a 7th anniversary, but it's all good. And yeah, I mean, I think everybody's the same when it comes to getting a new car. You want to drive it, and I found every excuse to drive it. And the reason was because I had one goal in mind, and that goal was to track my C8 at Willow Springs. It was always on my bucket list ever since I played Need for Speed Pro Street and I drove on Willow Springs. And you know, I knew I had to take my C8 there, but first I had to break it in. Of course, there was a break-in period and things like that. Once I did that, I got to Willow and I tracked my C8. This was the first time me actually being on I like to call it like a professional racetrack. You know, like I did autocross before with my other cars, but first time on a track. And man, it was a great experience. Honestly, everybody that was there, it was friendly and just welcoming, because again, we're all car enthusiasts. So I pushed the car as far as I could. You know, I know this car can do a lot more than what I was able to do, but that experience alone, just, you know, I was hungry for more. But, you know, that after doing that, it was great. It was such a fun experience. And at that moment, I wanted to start making my C8, building my C8, you know, and make it unique to me. So from there, I started a shopping list. In this part, I guess I want to break down everything that I've invested into this car. I think off the top of my head, I've probably put in a little over $8,000, maybe $10,000 total with everything that I have so far in the car. Like in my last video, I do have 2 major upgrades that I want to do to this car by the end of the year. So hopefully I can get that done soon. But not including those, I've invested roughly $8,000 to $10,000, and that's including maintenance too. So I guess at 30,000 miles, let's talk maintenance first. This car's been a breeze. It's been a great car to own. Hasn't been too expensive, considering that I'm here in California and gas is higher than most places, of course. Especially right now at a time where gas is almost it's $6-7 in some places. But yeah, you know, maintenance has been a breeze. As of the recording of this video, I have... Why are people calling me when I'm trying to make a video here? No phone calls all day. Start making a YouTube video, here I am. Anyways, as of today, I have serviced this vehicle 6 times, 6 different oil changes. I did the first one for free. I did that at 3,000 miles. And then after that, it was kind of increments of about 4,000 miles till now, just hitting 30,000 miles. I am going to the dealership probably in about a month or so to do another oil change. The oil change, but the oil meter is about 12%. So by next month, I should be at the dealership again. But oil changes have been a breeze. I go to Camino simply because they're upfront with the price. I have shopped around at different dealerships, and I'm not going to name them, but they've been charging me anywhere from $220 to almost $280, and Camino has just kept me straight at $170, and I'm fine with that. You know, taking care of my car's been great. I have no problem with that. Other issues, I'm happy to say I have not experienced any of them, and the vehicle has not stayed at the dealership for more than 3 days tops, and that was for a recall for the seat belts, I believe, and I took care of that after the first year of ownership. But the car's been great. As far as aftermarket parts are concerned, this is where it got pretty pricey. As you know, I have an APR performance wing. That wing has been my favorite mod that I've done to the car, simply because it looks great. It's carbon fiber, because you know everybody loves carbon fiber, but it's a conversational piece. When I installed it onto the car and I started going to car meets, it was kind of the first thing people noticed and people talked about. It's a great, like I said, great conversational piece, and it also makes for a pretty expensive picnic table. But yeah, that ran me $2,800. I think you can get it for $2,600 now, but again, that was within the first year of owning the car. After the wing came the rims. I had stock wheels because I knew I was going to get rims in the future. So I told myself I don't need to invest in wheels, you know, at least not, you know, from the dealer. I'm not against that, but I just figured I'm going to get aftermarket wheels, so I'll just get the stock wheels. I don't have to pay extra for that. And I got these Z06 replica wheels, the Spider wheels. I love them. I might get another pair because these have a little bit of curb rash, unfortunately. But that was $1,200 right there. The next big thing was the AWE Touring exhaust. That exhaust ran me, I think the overall price was $3,000, but I didn't pay $3,000 for that. I was fortunate enough to kind of work out a deal with a local shop of mine. Sorry for the airplane. And yeah, I ultimately paid $1,700 for the exhaust with installation and things like that. And lastly was tires. The Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's that I had on the car, I did 3 track days with them, and I put 22,000 miles on those tires before they essentially fell off. These tires, you may have noticed, are not Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's, but they are the Lionheart performance tire. I'm gonna let that sink in. There's a reason why I did this, and I'm gonna make a whole nother video on that because I will be reviewing this tire. I'll say this. It's a great street tire. That is all. These ran me $700. With that, the total comes out to roughly, I'm not a math guy, anywhere from 8 to 10,000, let's just say. And I've never invested that much money into a car like this. And it just shows how much I love this car, how passionate I am. And people have asked me, oh, are you going to get a Z06? Are you going to get, I know the new Grand Sport is coming. I don't think so. This car is special to me. Being in the Corvette community has been kind of a life-changing experience. And I know you might be thinking I'm overreacting, but the people in this community, they love this car. They care about this car. I've met some of my new friends through this car. Some people that I genuinely call friends through this car. The community is welcoming. Everybody who owns this car, whether it's not even a C8, if they just own a Corvette, they're welcoming. And I've never experienced that in any of my other cars that I've owned before. And when I mentioned the community, the people that talk about this car, big shout out to Rick Conti. If you haven't checked out his YouTube channel, he's a salesman, sells Corvettes, but he loves this car. Great information on his YouTube channel. I'll leave a link in the description down below. Check him out. Big shout. I managed to meet him last year, and it was awesome. But anyways, if you made it this far into the video, this car is special to me. Everything about owning a Corvette has been amazing. And I'm happy to say, putting 30,000 miles into this car, it's been nothing short of perfect. I've been fortunate to not have issues that other people have had. Like I said, this car, every car has its flaws, but, I've driven this car. This is my daily. It shocks people that I daily drive this car. I go to the grocery store, I go get a haircut. I go everywhere with this car. And I will continue to do that till the wheels fall off. At least that's my goal. So, I know I went off script here. Like I mentioned, I planned to do a script here, but if you're on the fence about getting a C8, it's an experience. Whether you get a Stingray, a Z06, an E-Ray, ZR1, get it. If you want a Corvette, get it. Be the best decision you ever make, and that's a guarantee. With that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all the support, and I'll leave you guys with a small teaser for my next video, and it involves these. With that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.